What up, everybody out there in podcast land? Thank you for tuning in yet again to another episode of Ken and Ross Present the Get I Said It podcast. We're expressing what our full capabilities to our one in correctional facilities. Brainchild of my child. I'm the dad half of this operation. Ross Cooper coming to you live and in public, if you will. And as always, I'm rocking with the best. My co-host, please introduce yourself to the folk.
Never forget the story of Jesus, the hero was killed by the state. Yeah, shout out to Killer Mike. Yeah, what's up, everybody? Everybody having a good day, month, year, hour, good minute, second, all that good stuff. Watch on other platforms, please share with your friends, your family, enemies, the bug on the wall, aliens outside, the pigs down the street, your late mail, whatever. If you watch on YouTube, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Because if you don't, when it rains, it pours. When you have a bad day, it's gonna get even worse.
Man, you wishing Murphy's Law on people, man. Oh, I want to take a moment to readdress and rename some things. As we learn information, we do things differently. We update and download new files. And longtime listeners, and of course, I want to thank Black Gaze, friend of the show, guest on the show. He was correct, and we are formally renaming the Hitler Wing of Hell to the Leopold wing of hell. Who was Leopold? Do a little homework. And it brings about a very interesting thing. Um, we are currently, as of October 30th, 2023, there is currently a war going on, if you want to call it that. More precise would probably be genocide, would be ethnic cleansing, and between Palestine and Israel. The ironic part about this is, depending on what angle you look at it, you can make a case that the Israelis have become what they hated, which is Hitler-esque, Third Reich-esque, Nazi-esque. You were the victims of ethnic cleansing, and now you seem to be the creators of an ethnic cleansing. But Hitler has widely been regarded as the most horrible, evil person to ever have existed on the face of the planet, ever, 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 ever. 10 million people, 6 million of which Jews, wiped off the face of the earth in grand fashion, if you will, in some of the most horrific ways you can imagine, right? Leopold got you beat. And if you look in Leopold, he pretty much showed up in the Democratic, the DNC, Republic of Congo. I'm about to say Democratic, Republic of Congo, and massacred in upwards of 20 million Africans to steal their resources, kind of like what's going on now. When the Congo regained their independence and democratically elected Patrice Lumumba, the CIA had a hand in assassinating him. That was a lot. That was a lot. I'm not, so let that. So now some of you at home like, well, duh. But for those who might be newbies, let me just break it on down real quick. So yet again, I find it interesting those who, well, ain't about race. Okay, cool. Everything's not about race. You're absolutely right. I just find it interesting that COINTELPRO and Hoover had a very key piece in assassinating Black leaders here and preventing a Black Messiah here. And then you look and you see the CIA had their hands in destabilizing and assassinating Patrice Lumumba there. Now, I also know for those followers who are going to say, well, how is it you can understand these things and can't understand 9/11 might have been an inside job? I still don't think so. But it's just, how do you how do you trust a government so capable of killing? It's just a random. But going back to where we started, no. It is the Leopold wing of hell, and Hitler has his own space, nowhere near as big. If it's a two-bedroom hell, he's got the smaller bedroom. But Leopold definitely has the bigger, decked out bedroom for all the atrocities committed against people who happen to look like and are darker than the two people you are looking at now. So there's that correction. So now and henceforth ever be known as the Leopold wing of hell. If you haven't done things that rise to the Leopold level, then you go to the Hitler wing. So there we go. Uh, but we got to start off in the way we started off many times, unfortunately. And every time we do this, I say, well, hopefully we'll go a nice long while and not have to start this way. But we have to start with who you guessed it, a mass shooting in Maine. Um, so let's get this out the way, get the thoughts and prayers out the way, get the talks of gun control out the way. I'm honestly, I will say this is where law enforcement comes in handy. This is part of your job. This is what you do. This is what we need you for. Not parking tickets, not killing unarmed black people and unarmed people on traffic stops. This is what you're for. This is part of the job. For those of you who are unaware, and I'm taking this right off the Associated Press, Lewiston, Maine. I'm trying to think if the count has been officiated. Initially, they said it was 22 dead. Then I saw something that said 18. You got any information on that, sir?
No,
Okay. So we got
I'm
18
pretty
and
sure
20.
it was around 18 to 22 people killed.
Mhm. And he lived to tell the tale. 22 to 18 people, mass shooting in Maine. Was on the loose for a while. The things that are troubling, besides the obvious, there were signs. People tried to report he might be mentally ill or might have some kind of mental instability. Um, there's a key point in all of this that I don't know if has been solved yet, which is were the guns purchased legally or illegally? Because we usually have that debate. Should be able to get your hands on blah 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 blah. But I haven't seen anything that said, and this becomes an interesting point. I got a question, so I'll jump right into it. I got a question for you. Um, if it turns out he had this arsenal and then experienced mental instability, do you think the government should have the right to acquire, shall we say, someone's arsenal?
Yes, they take everything else. They take everything you earn, so why not?
Because there's this fun little thing called the Second Amendment.
Man, look what
And
that's getting us.
I mean, if you really want to go down that rabbit hole, the Second Amendment need to be examined because it's again something rooted in racism. But later, bigger discussion for another day.
Exactly.
But that's controversial. That's controversial there. Like, I'm perfectly healthy. I'm sound mind and body. I'm good. I got my own personal arsenal, right? Something happens, time goes on. I don't know, PTSD. Your wife leaves you. You whatever. You go through some trauma. And now all of a sudden, you're not as mentally adept as you once were. If it is on record that you now take psychotropic meds or you take a certain kind of medication to make sure you are mentally stable, should local authorities have the ability to come in and take your guns?
Yes, but they don't really test for your mental stability to get them in the first place. So that's why this question is irrelevant. But if we're doing hypotheticals, like how we had a long time ago, when I said people should have guns, but should be like how it is to get certain certifications, you have to keep renewing and they have to keep checking to see stuff like this. Like you said, you were able bodied, you passed all the tests, all the background checks, yada yada yada. So you got your arsenal the first time, and then after a year or 6 months or whatever, you have to do it again, or at least checkups to see, make sure everything's straight. Psychological evaluation, whatever. But that's my idea about it, since guns ain't going nowhere. But and if some don't check out, then yeah, they have a right to take it back to prevent shit like this. Even though it's not going to, but in theory it will.
I mean, the State Department Public Safety Commissioner said name was Card. Believe people were talking to him. There may even have been some voices at play. Family members told investigators that he had recently discussed hearing voices and became more focused on the bowling alley and bar where the shootings took place. Um, According to what I'm looking at here, it said killed 18, injured 13. But when we said it ad nauseum, this country has a mental health problem.
The world does, but
Because
this country definitely does.
I don't know if the world does. And I say that because other places are not so, for better or worse sometimes. But I don't think other places are so homogenized in other places are more connected to self, to spirit, to what have you than this country is. This country is connected to money. This country is connected to things. This country is connected to what you can buy. This country is a slave to capitalism. Other cultures maintain their history. Other cultures still maintain spirituality. They still pray. Here,
People don't
you know,
pray here. That don't make no sense. Everything is God, God, God. That don't make no sense. Everything you just said still happens here. It's just the other places don't have mass shootings.
I mean, I'm gonna let you in on a fun little statistic. Um, would you be shocked to know that the higher the income bracket, the lower the church attendance?
I mean, God already bless you. You need to pray for it. You already got it.
Right, right. As I'm saying, like, would it shock you to know that? Like, the richer you are, the less likely you are to attend church. There's a direct correlation between church attendance and income. So,
I mean, who's
and
do? I mean, when do people usually? Not all, but when do people usually pray?
when they need something,
Exactly. If you're rich, what do you really need?
so so you can easily make the leap. It's a short. So church is a hustle, huh? Let me stop.
There you go.
No, I'm just saying though. But other culture, like you look at, for instance, just the Chinese. You look at other cultures and how connected they are to the source, right? And you look here, and because everything's just so homogenized, everything is like, hey, come on, come on. But ultimately, it's on the money. For those who still have printed money, in God we trust. Money we trust, and money we trust. Yeah. But yeah, we have a mental. So as such, we have a mental health issue disguised as a gun issue. Same way as I've said numerous times, we have a class issue right underneath disguised as a race issue. Well, we definitely have a mental health issue. And the reason why I can say this is because when you look at the homeless, a good portion of them can't get their hand have mental issues as well. And that's why it incenses me when Americans have this attitude towards the homeless of, oh, you deserve it. You a bum. You must be out there for no. Some people actually, again, have mental stability issues and they can't get the help. They can't get the treatment. But that's what also happens when your healthcare system is for profit, not for healing. But this is troubling. This is troubling because it's well, I won't say starting to, but it's the same MO. It's a white guy with a mental issue with a bad day. It's the same MO. And I'm like, we find ourselves circling right back to the same questions. So how many people have to die before we do something?
Nothing's going to happen. That's it. Once kids got killed, nothing happened. Nothing's going to happen. Just not going to happen. Because that's usually the cop out to whenever someone doesn't want something to happen or stuff to go away. What about the children? Blah, blah, blah. And then conveniently, something happens to the children. Now I didn't hear about what about the children. We still need our guns. We could have stopped them.
So I have an argument for you. And I didn't consider it, but I just, online cruising, looking at comments. And some of the biggest support I saw from not changing gun laws came from brothers, came from some black men. And the justification was, they take away the guns, it pretty much makes it real easy for us to get put back in chains. And I'm like, wait, huh? Any weight to that for you? That I don't know. I
I'm
think
not.
we could pull in Australia and be okay because I'm also a lot delusional about what these guns gonna be able to do. Like, but I got to thinking, we do still have a race problem. Um, if the powers that be decide to say, you know what, fuck the Emancipation Proclamation, y'all report to the plantation tomorrow. What are we gonna do?
I
If
mean,
they
what
took
we gonna
over,
do? There's a new breed of black people. We got chairs on deck.
you stupid yo, you stupid yo.
We can make a weapon out of anything. We ain't going back to that. That ain't happening. Not here. So that's a that would be a concern not just for black. That would be a concern for everyone. If I was to go to the chains wouldn't just be for us.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I think we're more likely to get wiped out completely than that. That ain't happening. So
So
that theory, it sounded nice, didn't it?
so all right, let's get to it. Let's get right to it. Put you on the spot. Repeal the Second Amendment, yeah or nay?
Repeal all these amendments, redo them. This shit is old. Like, bro, that shit was before me and you even existed. And then even if we did, it wasn't for us. It was for one group of people. It wasn't for like this country for what it is multicultural. It has a lot of different people now. Back
Mhm.
then, it was built for one person, and I'm pretty sure they expect all these immigrants, yada yada yada, outside of slaves, Native Americans coming here. So now we have a whole bowl full of different colors and flavors that it wasn't designed for. So yes,
Mhm.
we get rid of all this shit and make something new that's for the current time.
Okay. So okay, I get it. Good one. You're right. Do you think citizens should have access to the weapons they do? Let's try it that way.
Yes, if you going to allow people to have guns, don't limit the access. Like I said, my theory was either get rid of the guns completely, which is not going to happen, obviously. So since it's not, everyone should have access to it. Let's see what happens.
We're seeing what happens in real time.
No, I don't know. See, I mean everyone has
What
access.
do you,
Everyone, no permit, no nothing. There's because certain states like here and where you at is real strict with. Nah, we want every place to be like Florida. You just walk in that motherfucker, buy that shit. No questions asked. I want everybody to be strapped. That should be mandatory law. Let's see what happens. Yeah.
I'm about to say we're witnessing this in real
No, we're
time
not. Everyone does not have a gun.
in
And
in
what did you just
Florida.
say? Most of the places they strike is soft targets where they know most people don't have guns. But in my theory, if everyone has it, there is no soft spots.
This is the part I got to remind you. Uvalde, Texas.
That was
Yeah,
in
you don't
school.
get.
That was in school. You think people were loaded in school?
Um,
We saw the you know them scary ass officers didn't do. So I mean, that's why I said everybody gonna be strapped, including school people.
Yikes.
Screw it.
Well, what's going to lead us to? We're going to have a couple debates on this show, just have a little fun, so to speak, but with our serious tone to it. We talked off camera, and it evolved into a completely interesting conversation. We are talking about because one of the problems I have with everything going on in the West Bank and in Palestine is my tax dollars are literally funding genocide, right? So you cannot, as the US government, figure out forgiving student loans. You somehow figuring out reparations has escaped you. But we got money to send to Ukraine. And now we back Israel, no questions asked. And these are my tax dollars going to fund the killing of children in Palestine. I have a problem with that. I have a problem with the just immediacy that Biden jumped. I was like, yo, we riding with Israel. We got your back. Yo, they cutting off kids' heads. No evidence. Right? Um, but you and I got to talking, as we often do. And we said, which would be more profitable? Because this is war profiteering. What brought this about was the stock of certain weapons makers has gone through the roof since this conflict has started, right? So I said, which would be more profitable? Being the CEO of a weapons maker or being a crooked pastor? I lean towards if I'm trying to make bank and maintain some form of my conscience, I'm definitely the crooked pastor. That is guaranteed money every Sunday. Um, you ain't never seen a church go out of business.
Maintain conscience.
I'm help save souls, my guy.
You just said a
I'm
crooked
helping.
priest, so you're not. You're doing some of the deadly sin, greed, and all that other stuff.
Time out. See, to me and you, that's crooked. But from the inside looking out, fam, listen, we pay doctors millions of dollars, $100,000 to save lives. We pay lawyers $100,000 to keep people's freedom. What do you pay the person that helps save souls? Come on, my guy. What do
Prayer,
you? I'm helping save souls. Should I not be compensated?
you will. Just
Right.
enough. But that money goes back to the community, not you.
I need a Bentley. You paying a doctor how much?
What does that got to do with the
It's
community? You gonna Uber everybody to Bentley?
hold on. I'm just saying, y'all paying the dude to fix your kneecap 100 grand a year, 200 grand a year.
Yeah.
I'm helping you get to eternal life.
Is it you?
You can't put a price tag on that.
Church is a building. That's not. You don't have to worship there. You worship in there.
Exactly. Church is a building, but I'm in the building. I'm helping you save your soul, dog. You might have been lost. I brought you to the Lord's flock. Conversation. My hands are clean. I'm not out here blowing up kids, building bombs,
You
building
might be doing
weapons.
something else with kids. We gotta make sure that's not happening. You didn't say what type of priest. You just said priest. I'm just saying. So your hands ain't completely clean, buddy.
You, you are just.
You threw a line right there. You set yourself up for that one. I wasn't even gonna go there. You set yourself up for that. So I don't know what's worse, getting blown up or that. Either way, it sucks.
I'm saying from the outside, it looks like, your Joe Osteens, your TD Jakes, they might be crooked. However, um, they bring in millions, hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions of dollars to mega churches who in turn help communities, who help those who need it. Why shouldn't I be compensated? I am actually doing the Lord's work, not being the CEO of a death machine.
How do you maintain peace?
It's the word of God, sir. It
How
is
do you
peace. It is.
maintain peace? Through war. So, shout out to Kobe. But so, yeah. If you're talking about more, I mean, you trying to go to moral route. I thought the whole point is what makes more money. That was the conversation. We weren't doing the more morality route because they both fucking suck. But either way, the more money, the fast and the abundance of money would come from war. And wars don't usually end in a week or a month. It can take years of billions of dollars each year, if not more. I'm probably lowballing. So
It's about
no.
it's about to
Huh?
be a cease. Thankfully it's about to be a ceasefire in Palestine, Israel, in the next coming days. The issue in Ukraine, maybe a year. Has it even been a whole year?
It's a lot of money. Remember, we sent Ukraine 2 packages of billions of dollars. Two. That alone is good and you straight. Church ain't getting that. That's gonna take time.
Hold on. We sent money, not weapons. Money. We couldn't. The U.S.
What is
couldn't.
what you think
U.S.
the
couldn't.
money's where you think the money's going to though?
Hmm.
Hmm. Hmm. Right. Like I said, I'm getting billion either way. Oh yeah. Caveat. I don't want none of this shit. I don't want to be a priest. I don't want to be a warlord. But since we're doing the hypothetical and it's Halloween, it's gonna get real spooky out here. Shout out Jim Jones. Spooky. Yeah. I'm just going to say I'm taking the arms dealer. That is the easiest money, the bulk of money. And God won't be on my ass because we could be fighting for God. Fight the devils over there. Yeah.
Mm.
Soldiers don't go to hell. That's different. When you kill as a soldier, that's different. That's what I heard.
Is the word? Isn't is that in the Bible, Quran somewhere? Is that the asterisk at the bottom of the page?
I mean, ain't that what I mean?
Is that
They
is
are
that
murder. I mean, they murder people and come back. We call them heroes. Someone does it here. You're a psychopath. Just saying. So,
bars?
so just
Bars.
saying. If you're seen as a hero, then you should be, you should be straight. You shouldn't go to hell. It's war. That's where it was. It's just war. That's what had to be done. Like I say, when you hunt and kill other animals for food or that, you're not going to hell for that, are you? Okay, same thing. We're just hunting. It's just people, actual humans.
About to say, I don't know, fam. You can be a vegetarian. You don't have to, you know,
Didn't
you don't
somebody
have to.
died for doing that? Oh, wait, no, you was just eating fruit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just eating the watermelon challenge. Shout out to Cali Muscle doing the watermelon challenge. I just
Like I said, I mean, vegetarians, you can still get, but you can't just eat just fruit. You still need the veggies too. But
well, it's vegan that's problematic. If I'm not, it's vegan because now it's like you can't eat nothing that ever had a pulse. So yeah,
well,
you mean
you can get away with that. But just eating
mm,
fruit, I don't know about that.
that ain't gonna help. That's nothing but simple sugars. Ain't no protein in it.
It's sugar and water. So you won't dehydrate, but you will starve yourself. Either way, I digress to this
Mm.
food talk. Yeah, Warlord. Yeah,
I know.
I'm picking that.
You, if we just trying to think about the bread aspect, yo, every Sunday is money coming in as opposed to you sitting around waiting for a conflict.
When is there not conflict?
We ain't have before Ukraine.
There's
Who was
wars you don't know about. I'm just, like, if you want to talk about major that U.S. has been involved, okay, but I'm talking about there's wars everywhere. Still, that don't
I
stop.
mean, but
We are not
I
peaceful creatures. We gonna fight over dumb shit.
but
That's money
as
every year, billions. I'm taking that. Plus, you got little revolutions on the side and all that. So yeah,
these little rebels ain't got the money necessary to be buying.
doesn't matter. Still more money. I think like a capitalist, man. What's wrong with you?
I am. If I'm sitting here, okay. So any gamers out there, because again, we just off camera conversation. Any gamers out there that have ever paid Resistance Fallen Man, there's a weapon on there called the auger. The auger is really really cool because it allows you to shoot radiation bursts through walls. Right? You can't hide behind a wall. You can shoot radiation bursts through a wall. Right? Now we just use that for an example. If an auger is going to cost $2 million just to make just for one. That's one, right? And you got to do the R&D behind that. That's the big thing here. You got to have somebody willing to cut a check for you to say, hey, I need to order a 20 augers. 20 augers, 2 million a piece, right? That's finished product. You got to do the research and development of it so you don't blow yourself up. That alone is going to cost many, many more millions. How many countries can write a check like that? Maybe four. So where's the money coming from? That's what I'm saying.
For one, they're not buying guns like that. Two, guns are a lot cheaper than that. Three, they have allies and all that. And we print money. It's not a real thing. They just make shit up and then give it to them. I think you forget about that. Ain't no cap on how much money. We just like I said, we're in a major debt. I don't know where we sending this billions from. The government about to shut down. I don't know where we're getting this money from. Actually, I do know. Because the treasury and all that shit is a fucking farce. That's not real. It's just a farce.
They can print that money
We
anyway.
print money. There's an unlimited supply. If you literally are the ones printing the income, you have unlimited resource. So yes, it doesn't matter. If I get one of the big four, if I go buy euros, I get one of the big four to pay for it. There you go. I'm straight. And there's probably way more countries than that because I think you're underestimating, the Middle East and African countries. They're very rich.
Okay. So, by the way, just for example, so while you were talking, I was listening and looking. The CEO of Lockheed Martin, right? CEO of Lockheed Martin, net worth, salary 24 million. Not bad. Not bad. 24 million ain't shabby. Joe Austin, net worth 50 mil. Church takes in 43 mil a year in collections. You sure you want to stick with the warmonger? Because church looking like a lot more profitable, Chief. Just saying.
Yes.
And I ain't got dead kids on my conscience. That's what I'm saying.
You got
I don't have
traumatized kids on your conscience.
not in my church. Not in my church. You know. Just saying. Just saying. Just not in my church.
You're not a real one then. Sorry.
Wow. So shifting gears slightly. And you brought this story to my attention, and I didn't see. Okay, well, how is this a big deal? How is this a big deal? But it's interesting because Ice Cube, founding member of NWA, actor, so on and so forth, one of the most prolific, honestly, one of the best pens in the rap in the history of the rap game. He started his own league. He started Big Three. It was a 3-on-3 tournament, and as time going on, it caught fire. You get older NBA players or players that can't get a gig in the league. They come through and play, so on and so forth. AI was part of the Big Three. It's cool. And as time is going on, the competition's gotten really, really real. Make no mistake about it. It is a real league owned by a brother, right?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, the NBA has a problem with that. Now, here's what I found interesting when I Googled. The first article I saw on this was actually from last year. But the NBA is facing this coming right from Revolt, facing antitrust investigation over alleged actions towards Ice Cube's Big Three. Why would the NBA, who can afford? Because I don't know if you saw it. I think Giannis's contract just renewed for 180 mil over 3 years, something ridiculous like that. My math is pretty decent. That's 60 mil a year. I don't know how that's even humanly possible. But if you can afford to pay a player 60 mil a year, if you can give Jaylen Brown 300 mil, no, not the Jaylen Brown, but 300 mil.
270, but yeah. Still a lot, buddy.
Why do you care about what Cube is doing over here?
You do know why.
Let me see. U.S. Department of Justice. It's always funny when I say Department of Justice and U.S. in the same sentence, but I digress. Some of the actions under investigation include the NBA allegedly trying to keep prospective partners and sponsors from working with the Big Three to keep networks from airing the games. It's a 3-on-3 league, dog. Why you shook? What's It's NBA time. The 3-on-3 don't even run during the NBA season. Like, why you shook? Tell them why you mad, son. Yeah,
Because
this,
oh, but
oh no, speak on it. Speak on it. You brought up a point that I completely missed.
yeah, it's not about the money. It's about sending a message. Dark Knight quote is back, boy. All right. Just send the message because, like I told you, all there, it's not that Ice Cube's league is really threatening right now. It's just the idea is really scary and threatening. It's something that we talked about a long time ago on this show about, what would happen if all the black players from the major leagues here just said F it and started their own league. Well, technically,
Hmm.
there already is a league that is owned by us. So let's just say some dumb stuff happens, people are upset, and they're like, Cube, you know what's this? 3-on-3. Why don't we just do 5-on-5 and it's just us? It's owned by us. LeBron, another black millionaires and billionaires start, expansion teams and all this, yada, yada, yada. That will be a real rival for the NBA. And that's a lot of money lost. Because most of your stars, I'm sorry. I mean, there's probably a couple, or well, there's really two stars that are white, and they're not even American born. So most of the superstars in most of these sports, the main two, basketball and football, are black. So if they leave, that's your income basically. Your league is done. So yeah, the idea that what Cube is trying to do, and it's worse for him because he's open about really trying to get this to grow and do our own stuff. He's open about the pro black stuff, having our own league saying F them and yada yada yada. We don't need the permission, we can do it ourselves.
Cube was
So
also open about, I'm sorry, real quick.
go
Cube was also open about whoever it is, make them earn your vote. Stop going just strictly elephants and asses. Who got your best interest in mind? Everybody told Cube to shut up. But anywho, continue.
see, that's my point. He's more, like I said, progressive for us and just people in general, not even just us, but yeah, that's a scary thing because it's giving them memories of what they tried to eliminate, which they kind of did. The Black Messiah back in the day, in the '60s and such. Not saying Q was a Black Messiah. I'm just saying the idea that he's doing and preaching. If I'm people in power and have and like the status quo, that would make me a little nervous. Cause yeah, it might start small, but a lot of things start small. The NBA started small, and then now look where it is now.
This is stupid.
Oh, it
This
is
is
stupid.
stupid.
I'm just giving you what I'm thinking. That's why they're doing it. Because I can't think of another way. Because, like you said, it doesn't air at the same time. It's a 3-on-3 league. So it's not even really the same rules. It's black
Now,
owned, there's one person, but it's like it's not really competing with you. But the idea is scary.
the official statement from the NBA is that the NBA has supported Big Three since the beginning, but refused to invest in. So basically, oh, okay, cool. Y'all doing your thing over there. We ain't putting no money behind it, but knock yourself out.
Okay. Don't
The
blackball
re
me then behind the scenes. Because
is
that's two face.
get that too. And I'm just like, this is stupid because it's like, yo, you not my direct competition. Like when initially Vince McMahon had the XFL and the He Hate Me, and it was, a goofball league. The NFL said, what else, right? Eventually, it shut down. The Rock came in. They started to redo the XFL, and they what? Kind of, sort of partnered with the NFL. So I'm like, dear NBA, dear Adam Silver, why would you not? That's why I said this is stupid. If this is about money, partner with them. Bring Cube in. Partner with, like, I don't understand.
But
You
does
right
Cube
now,
want? Okay, but that's the problem that I think you missed. Does Cube want partnership from them?
touche.
Because now, if he does, they're the bigger fish. So technically, that would be your boss again. And his whole thing is, I'm not trying to be owned. I'd rather own than be owned. So does he want? I think the people he wants to partner with is the networks and stuff to get his stuff.
True,
That's a real partnership. The NBA is like, I don't really need you. And the NBA knows that, which is why they're trying to blackball him, not make sure he doesn't partner up with TV networks and shit.
true. Because I'm like, since 18-year-olds still can't jump to the league anymore, um, it'd be and this runs in the summer. It could be like NBA preseason, but okay, you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. I hadn't thought about it. Maybe they did reach out to Q. Q was like, "Nah, I'm good." So that's quite possible.
Wouldn't blame him, especially if they
Um,
doing this. Yeah, I definitely would blame.
and keeping it with rap, I found this story interesting. All pro, the Hall of Fame wide receiver, former wide receiver Michael Irvin, Dallas Cowboy. As a former 49er fan, of course, I hate all things Dallas Cowboys, but I digress. Um, his son is apparently a rapper. I found this to be an interesting conversation. Saw it a couple places, but his son isn't quite on some MOP MC 187 kill him up, but he talked a little reckless in his bars. Yeah, Michael Irvin took the airwaves was like, fam, basically he gave him an Eminem and 8 Mile. Clarence parents had a real nice marriage. you you from Cranbrook. Fuck Free World 313. But and I'm like, why'd you air your man out like that? But as I heard from a couple other sources, a couple of podcasts talking about it, like, as a dad, I'd be salty. Because Michael Irvin was like, you rapping like you live my life. And as a dad, if you bust your ass to make sure your kid have everything, why you
Everything.
out here, why you out here in these streets stunting like you that dude?
He Tariq, man. That's what he should do. That's Tariq St. Patrick right there. If you watch Power, you know what I'm talking about. Because
But
that's
Tariq,
exactly.
but Tariq was actually in the game though. Like that
But
wasn't
but
stunting.
where did he grow up at? He went to private school and lived in a penthouse his whole life.
Okay. Show
He
me
had
the
no
money.
business doing that. That's the point. That's why no one liked him at first. Because you're doing this like where you don't need to hustle for nothing. Your
Mm.
dad and mom got it covered. Like you get to go into the building, you got your own elevator to yourself, to your penthouse. Like, no, it's the same thing. Like, no, your father was a Hall of Fame, made millions of dollars. You
And
probably went
still
to much,
making bread.
right. You didn't have to hustle for nothing.
I'm just thinking about that whole line. Like I told you, sell drugs. No, Hove did that. So hopefully you had to go through that. But I'm like, and the thing I was missing because I was listening to this on a JBP and a Joe Bum podcast. Shout out to those brothers and Mill Sport. But they were like, and there's a couple points I think they just glossed over. They're like, one, the lie is okay because everybody in rap lies. I'm like, no, that's not okay.
It's not
It's not
okay,
okay.
but everyone does lie.
That's not okay. Like,
That's
no,
it.
that's not
It's not
okay.
okay, but people do lie.
Right. And then two, people forgot. This ain't the first time. Jaden Smith is a perfect example. Jaden ain't come out spitting some murder, death, kill 'em up bars.
Right. What
You know
he
what I'm saying? So
what was he talking about street stuff though? I don't remember James talking about no street stuff.
exactly, that's my point. So it was like, it was cool that Michael Irvin's son was spitting street shit, da 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 da. But like, because everybody lies, I'm like, no, you don't. It's whack. It's whack. Like we know again, Clarence's parents had a real nice marriage. Like no,
It's worse because we know who your father is.
fam. And that's I'm like Jaden Smith ain't come out like he was, like he was that one half of MOP. and he
That would
spit
have
some
been funny.
bars.
That would have been.
Oh, oh my God, dude. Oh my God, I couldn't imagine. Like you can go to it's oh, and that's the funny thing about these rap dudes. It's okay to go to Drake route. It's okay to hint that
Well, I
I
don't
know
know because Drake is doing the same thing.
no, because Drake always hint that he knows some killers. You know what I mean?
No, but not anymore. That was maybe in the beginning. Now it's involved and not nah. Nah.
It's the threat of I will beat your ass. It's the threat of yo, you might get shot fucking with me. Drake ain't talking about I'm in the streets with the I'm in the streets with the blicky. You ain't gonna get a Drake and Griselda track.
You're not gonna get that, but he's been on that type of time. That's why everyone clown him. So, but other than that, yeah. So, man, don't go to Drake route. Just do whatever your experience is or what you want to learn, bro. Do that. Go
Ain't,
ahead.
ain't no Drake kill 'em up bars, you know.
Okay.
I got high hopes for you, homie. We gonna see. Like, yeah, ain't too many Drake with the blicky bars. It's like I said, we're never gonna get a Drake Griselda track. It's never gonna
Okay.
happen. And I still, oh, that thing I sent you was hilarious, yo. That was fucking hilarious. The making a first person shooter. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. No, just let him cook. Oh my goodness, yo. Yeah, he got. It's not that Drake got flamed. It's just you chose the wrong weapon. You brought a knife to a gunfight. It's
He didn't
it's,
bring a
it's
knife. He brought a fucking pillow. He thought it was a pillow fight or something. Oh, Cole came in there with RPGs, knives, machine guns, a nuke behind him. Like he was ready for war. He was all buddy buddy. Like that's the one thing Joe Budden was right. When I heard the track, I thought he was. I actually listened to the track. Well, I'm like, yeah, they were on two different timings, and I don't know how Drake did not do the. Oh, what did he say? Because I don't know if they were in the studio when it did. You know, most people just send stuff. So
no. He said it was in the studio
that
together.
verse, huh?
He said it was in the studio together.
You in the studio, you let that happen? Oh hell no! I don't know who's better, who's more brave, you or Big Sean. Like if I'd have heard that control verse from Kendrick, I would have not. Like I said, he didn't spit a white verse, but I would have spit something harder than that. Like, there's no way you like he. Hey, shout out to him. He's comfortable in his own skin. Shout out to Drake. They comfortable in their own skin because ain't no way you gonna come on my track and do this shit to me.
Then you
I
just
have you
go.
rapping in Pelican Bay.
I got more slaps than the Beatles, so it's like, yeah, can't argue that. You know, what I mean, I got more slaps than the Beatles, so that's not just a bar. That's facts.
You got murdered though on your own track. Like I'm like it's unanimous. Oh birdie with your own shit. You would be riding. But yes. Yeah, I'm
But
sorry.
yeah,
You got
but
murdered.
circling back, yeah, you can do the Drake route, yo. You don't have to. That's it. Just goes to the deeper seated problem in hip hop. Hip hop is like we talked about it a couple shows ago. Hip hop is the 50-year-old guy that hasn't accepted that they're not 25 anymore. Like it's sad because we see it in commercials and we get upset about the stereotypes. And anytime they try to hip hopify something, it's always gaudy, ridiculous jewelry and dressing a certain way. And we already identify that, oh, they trying to that's some hip hop shit. And it's sad that from the quote unquote golden age in the late 80s, early 90s, mid 90s, aesthetically nothing's changed.
It's gotten
You know,
worse. And
and it's like, with the female, not sure if you knew, Rhapsody's dropping something new. I cannot wait. City Girls just dropped. That's cool. That's not really my demo, but
trash.
Rhapsody, lady, don't do that. Don't say it's trash, yo.
It's trash. I'm sorry. It's trash.
Why is it trash?
They suck.
Okay, so let me try this differently. It's
It was trash.
it,
Like I said, you always say, I already know what route you always say this because it's a female group, but I'm sorry,
no,
there's trash dudes. Most of them dudes are trash, except for a couple. It's
yeah,
the
no.
same thing with the women. Most
My
of them
issue
trash, except for a
is
couple.
it's getting redundant and it's not really fresh.
Trash. It is
Like
trash.
it's redundant.
Yeah, it's stale. It's what do you do with old stale food? You throw it away.
Here you go. Because I'm like, you can rap about your sex game, this and the third. It's just it's
They don't even
can you
do it
fresh
that. They don't even do that
can you
good. If I want to
that's what
listen to
I'm
that, listen to Nicki.
listen to Meg. Meg actually got bars.
Meg,
Meg actually went out. Meg went out. Meg with
hers is getting redundant, but
LA Lakers, sir. LA Lakers. That's all I'm saying.
it's
LA
getting
Lakers.
it's getting redundant. But she does have bars. So there you go. If you want to listen to this, the sex appeal stuff, go listen to Nicki. Go listen to Meg, and maybe even Lotto. I think she has some bars too. Other than that, everybody
That's
else is
just what
coming
you.
suck. It's just the most simple ass shit ever. I'm not gonna say what I was about to say, but yeah,
Yeah,
anybody can be a
but
rapper now, man. Anybody.
I'm happy your Rhapsody got something coming. Cannot wait for that. Get some real bars. But yeah, it's just sad aesthetically, hip hop just since 95, 96 ish, it hasn't changed. I saw a picture with Benny rocking a whole grill. I'm like, dog, this is not can anyone move the aesthetics forward? Like it's and again, it's not people, oh, y'all the old heads, da 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 da. No, you can clearly see evolution from hip hop to Hibbit to Run DMC to Rakim to Nas to like you can see evolution. And I'm like,
So is this
we give
regression? Because it's not the same. Hip hop is not the
it's
same from back then,
it's just stale, it's repetitive,
but it's
and
different. It just
but
sucks.
different don't mean good.
I
You
know. I'm
have
just saying it's
like I said,
different. It's devolving. It's not evolve. It's devolve.
definitely remaining stagnant. Like I'd argue, and this is a me thing, we didn't need the future we got. Like we didn't, but again, Future has a niche. Future makes, if you go to the strip club, Future makes some bomb ass strip club music, right? We
Yes.
didn't need the future we have. So we damn sure didn't need Designer Panda being a great value version of Future. Like,
Back
dog,
in some streams.
we didn't need. But I understand, like, as a writer, you listen with different ears. And that's why I stopped really having hip hop debates with people because I figured out their baseline, no pun intended, is different than mine. And when your baseline is, I'm listening to music to shake, I listen to rap to shake my ass, I listen to music, have a good time, to party.
Nothing
It's
wrong with
plenty of
that.
that. Yeah, it's plenty of that. But we're not having the same conversation. We're not listening with the same ears. I'm a branch off the Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, G Rap, Stretch, Nas tree. Y'all are branches off different trees, and
It's fine.
yeah, we're not having the same conversation.
It's fine.
You know, you know, like when you like again, not to no, fuck it, I'm gonna own it.
Oh well.
When any Southern MC can do when any
It's
Southern
so
MC
fucking scary.
can do what Black Thought did, let me
Oh
know.
my God, there's so many these. We're not having that conversation. I don't care. Whatever.
We
You
we
want
got
you want to get
we
your
got
shot off on the self, go ahead. I'm not doing that. We
we
already
got
did this. We already did. We already did.
like I said, step your bars up. Step your bars up.
We've already been through that. Either way,
Yeah.
you
But
besides
Michael,
yeah, go ahead.
but Michael was a classic process. Michael was a classic project. So we give props to props too. Like, and that's somebody else who gets the Rick Ross Pen Award. Like Killer Mike, if you go back to when we first heard him on Love When the World Goes Round to now, like from that to Run the Jewels to this,
Yeah,
oh, Killer Mike's pen game.
pre run the jewels killer Mike, but run the jewels and now, oh, he's something serious. I said I
He a
don't know
problem.
if LP has something to do with that because LP can spit. So I don't know if it was iron sharpens iron. He's like, all right, I'm in a group with this boy, this dude. I can't. it was like a little brotherly sibling rivalry or whatever. And
Hmm.
he just got better with him. And you
Yeah,
can tell from each album that he was getting better. So I was
yeah,
like, hey, props to him, man. Worked on the
yeah.
craft.
And like I said, I think it's kind of accepted that the cream of the creme de la creme, as far as bars are concerned in the South, the conversation starts with three stacks. I always argue that with Jay Elect. Oh, Jay Elect is coming, quite possibly. I sent you that. Jay Elect is possibly coming. But I think the distance between three stacks and Killer Mike just got a hell of a lot shorter. That's all I'm saying.
And
Like the distance,
no, it's just distance. It's a distance.
sir, I mean, I hate to do it,
And then
but
you forgetting about Cole too. Like there's others than Wayne, and there's other Southern rappers that you seem Toby. You seem to be forgetting some whose pens that he ain't even Killer Mike ain't touching them yet either.
I am confident you could put Killer Mike on a Toby track, and it's gonna be, yeah, I'm confident in that.
Okay, Toby, but Cole, Wayne, no, no,
I don't.
no.
I'm at this juncture, but that's not fair because at this point,
It's not fair. You just put him next to the final boss, and he get past the sub bosses.
hold on. At this juncture, unless your name is Tariq Trotter or Royce, I'm not trusting you on a track with Cole right now. It's
Oh, you
no.
that far? Oh, so you got an alien class, dude.
Who doesn't? Who at this point?
Which is
And
crazy
again,
because I've been on this train. I told you to hop on. You thought he was trash, and now
I
look
just
at you. I was right. I
bro,
was right.
his first joints before he went to the forest and got the bonsai
He was doing
locks.
radio stuff. Well, we knew he had bars.
When he hopping on tracks with Miguel, like
Yeah,
it
that's
wasn't
radio
trash.
hits. That's radio hits.
Yeah, if your name ain't Tariq Trotter or Royce,
Man said his old
actually,
girlfriend.
I mean he does it, but Cass did it on purpose because Cass who don't know hip hop gonna be like, who's Tariq Trotter?
Yeah, it's Black
But
Thought.
yeah,
But but yeah, that don't. But that's great. He said his old girlfriend.
and no, you know what? I'll go one more. If you ain't Lupe, don't do it.
M. You just gonna leave M out of
I mean that's a gimme though. That's a gimme.
that?
Like that is it's certain. Like yeah, we're talking alien
Do you think
class.
he
Like
got more with Slaughterhouse? Do you think that? I say like all okay, we'll
yeah,
take Button away. Let's just add Cole. You think he can survive with those three?
yes,
With
unequivocal.
confidence. He can
Yes,
survive. He can,
absolutely, not a doubt.
you really think he alien? Wow.
Not a, it's getting to the point where it's unlike like I said, the joint he had with Yachty, it's almost not. It's like
I mean, that
a
wasn't
cat.
his first, but he,
It's like a cat that averages 15 points a game, comes out one night and has 30, but his teammate has 75. Like it's like, yo, that was dope, dog. You got 30 that night. I mean, Steph has 75, but you did get your 30. That's what's good. But
he on that Wayne run in the early 2000s when he did it on his beat. I say if you do a feature with Cole now, you better be prepared. That's
you
all
better
I'm
let
saying.
him go. You better let him go first.
No, do not let him go first. You go first. No, you
Mm-mm.
go first. You let him go in the middle, then you finish. You want the
So
first and last thing to hear is your
you
voice. If
you got
he's
to
the
do
last thing you hear, that is not going to be good. That's what happened to Yachty. Do not let him go last. Don't let him go first. Let him go in the middle. Let him be, you go first. You set the tone. You let him get out for his shots, and then you finish based on whatever he says. Do not
you
let him go first or last. You will get killed. No.
you gotta do like early Kendrick did with Jay on "Don't Kill My Vibe," because that verse, yeah, "Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe" was a perfect example. Because Kendrick's first verse was bananas, but then Jay's verse was like, oh my god, like, and luckily Kendrick had the talent to close that out with a more amazing verse.
That's what
Because yeah,
that's
yeah,
the
yeah, you right.
recipe. You go let them go in the middle, and you just gotta have a great first jab, and then you just gotta have to finish that day. If you don't,
Mhm.
you're done.
Okay. And we're gonna close it. We're gonna give them a short one, close this out. NBA season so far. I don't know if you've been watching games. I've been actually watching games this year for real, and I'm a little concerned in LA. You can't have two things exist. You can't have LeBron on a minutes restriction and AD on a consistency restriction. You
That's
can't.
on him. What, like, bro, like I'm done with him. I'm sorry. Like, he is who he is now.
He's a top five player, arguably, when he's on.
That's the
And
problem. When he's on, I don't know what the I'm gonna get per night.
and
I'm
even with
watching this
that,
and it's bugging me because, like, dude, you have the talent to be the best player in the league easily.
and
And
hold up, we
even
have,
KG and all the other legends that played your positions, like, yo, you are not reaching your potential. He is not. You cannot seriously look at him and say he's reached his potential. He has. He ain't even scratching. He should have an MVP, a DPOY, all that shit already.
but he did average 25. We acting like he was a bum. He averaged 25 and 12 last year.
I don't care. Because he had that little stretch. And then he gets hurt. Two, he can the reason he averages that he should average more. Like, dog, Giannis is averaging 30 and 12. Jokic is average damn near 30 and 12 in like 9 assists. You can't average what Giannis is averaging, and everyone agrees you're more skilled than him. So how the fuck is he doing better than you?
I'm just something's gonna give, and I don't know if it's gonna be AD
It's gonna
stepping
be
up
get him the hell out of here.
or LeBron just saying, you know what, after this minutes restriction, we gotta win. Because this is not the year
This
for you
is
to be getting the sixth seed. This
that's
is not the year.
I don't think you understand how sad that is. You are asking year 21 LeBron to carry a team like still when you have what you just said, a top five talent in the league in his prime. He's 29, 28 years old. He's in his apex prime. And you asking an old man who's played more minutes than I've probably been alive. Well, actually, no, not more than I've been alive, but you know what I'm saying. It's exaggerating. But he's a fossil, man. It's amazing that he's doing what he's doing. You ask him to carry a team like he's back in fucking 2016, 2012, 2011. LeBron can't do that every night. This is why we brought you here. So you can be the guy. I'm here to back you up. Not
Mhm.
you back me up, which is what it looks like AD does whenever he plays with LeBron. Is like, all right, he's the guy. I'm just here to help. No, this is your time. He is
This is
aging out. He's trying to he's trying to give you the keys to the house. You won't drive it.
this is gonna look like
Why?
this is gonna look like Kobe and Dwight if we ain't careful.
Like even I'm leaving, even though LeBron does some dumb shit too, but he has an excuse. His legacy is still dog. There's not much wrong he can do. I still get annoyed some shit he does, chucking up in threes, but man, he's earned that. He's played a million years. He's been in the finals a million times. He has the MVPs. He's maximized his talent. You AD, you have not maximized your talent. You should not be this damn inconsistent this stage of your career with all that ability and talent that you have. You should not be getting outdone by Jokic, Embiid, and Giannis. You should be in those conversations, if not leading them easily, if you was to reach your full potential. But you'll look like you belong with them, if not better than them one night, and then look like you need to come off the bench the next. I don't understand it.
Mhm.
It's
I
frustrating being a
mean,
Lakers fan, man. It is, man. I'm tired of
it
eating.
is. It is because I don't know what we do here. I don't think you can make a trade. I don't think you just got to. You got the goods. You got to use it. Now the rest of the NBA is
I gotta
yo
go Kobe. That's what he got. He got smacked that month. I'm sorry. You
stupid
saw.
Joe. I'm like and that everybody said I don't know how it's gonna work. I don't know how it's gonna work. That Golden State team is going to be a problem.
Oh, Steph is still a
Uh,
pro.
Steph's still a problem, and CP3 being able to come in there and just start at the point guard and let Steph sit on the bench if need be, that's going to you don't because how are they gonna play together? They don't have to. And Steph ain't selfish. We saw that when KD got there.
No, but we knew. I mean, I knew it would work. Their problem wasn't with if Chris Paul can fit in. Their problem was their defense and their interior. They're just small. That's their problem.
And they doing this. Draymond ain't even playing yet. Draymond don't come back to the end of the week.
Yeah, but the issue is I'm not worried about them making the playoffs. And yeah, as long as Steph or the main core stays healthy, they're fine. It's just in the playoffs, who are you gonna run into? Denver. You have no answer. And we saw what happened. LA, even though I just shitted on AD, we're still a big team. And
So I'm
I'm
about to say
pretty sure
which.
he will
I'm
eat.
about to
He
say
will
which
eat.
LA because both LAs is looking like okay.
Oh yeah, the other one too. Big team. It's like, dog, most of these teams in the West have a reliable big or pretty big team, or they can at least finish in the interior. You don't have nothing to stop that.
No, I'm
Nothing
just saying right now, we're getting what we paid for. Everybody's looking healthy. Kawhi,
for now.
Paul George
For now.
looking healthy.
It's the first week. Let's see what happens by the All-Star break now.
Zion looking healthy. The
Let's see what
Celtics.
happens on All-Star break. Let's give it time. It's the first week. I hope this remains the case, but history will say no.
The Celtics are looking as scary as we thought. Porzingis is a problem.
Let's see if he stays
Um,
healthy.
that Dame and that Dame Giannis pick and roll is
If
going to be damn near indefensible.
Well,
It's
they're
going to be,
figuring it out because they're not even using it
and
like that.
that's the scary part.
That's why I say if they figure out how to use that and start using it more, oh yeah, there's a wrap. But they're not really doing that right now. They're still trying to figure out which is what I expect. I didn't think they was gonna be, start off 12-0, just beating the brakes on everybody. Nah, they gotta adjust. Because Giannis never played with somebody like that, and Dame definitely never played with a superstar like this. So yeah, it's gonna take time.
The remaining question in the East is going to be Philly because Maxi's balling out because of course James Harden's not
First,
there.
second round exit like usual. They're not.
We'll see if Harden is in and commits.
He's not. He tried to come back and they sent him home. He's not playing for the Sixers ever again. He
Nah, it's
might be
gonna
out
be
the league if he keep playing around.
yeah,
But yeah, he ain't playing. They sent
he
him
too
home.
talented. He too talented to be out the league. That ain't gonna happen. We ain't there
He's
yet.
done too much, dog. Like even NBA players, Matt Barnes and all them said like, yes, you have the talent to still be. You're a walking 20-10 guy. Yes. But you've quit and became a problem out of two situations already. And now you're trying to make it a third. Like you're abusing your power. And NBA is fed up, man. So you talking yourself out of the league. That's what it looks like is happening. Like he tried to come back. I know it was half hard, half ass, but he was willing to come back. At least
I mean,
till some deal gets done. And they said nah. Security escorted him out. He couldn't even board the plane. So yeah, that's telling me yeah he ain't playing for the Sixers ever again.
he had beef with the ownership, but I got you.
Yeah,
I
so if
got
the
you.
owner don't want you to play, what you think is what happened?
Okay.
So
But
yeah, the Sixers
yeah,
I ain't worried about it.
but just wanted to get a good one in, man. Make sure we spoke to the people. Don't want to have many gaps anymore. We can help it. Man, I forgot how hard it is to stay motivated when you're in the Northeast corridor because it's getting dark and cold, boy. You just want to be in the house.
It's still hot
Like,
over here.
sir, no, I'm a little bit above you, and it is 52 degrees. It's gonna be down to like 32 tonight.
It was 70 today. It was 80 yesterday. So yeah, still warm. It's gonna get cooler tomorrow or the day after.
Mm,
But it's
mm.
been hot
Okay.
this last week. Like it was
Yeah,
summer.
Saturday it was like 80, but since then, yeah, it's like back to life, back to reality. But all right, run it back, unofficial recap, taking it from the top. Yeah, it is. I hope we don't have to start another show like this for a while. Um, I'll be honest, I don't know what's going to change, but I really just hope not to start a show with another mass shooting and death again. Um,
Odds are not in your favor.
yeah, man, I'm just talking about as I remember it. The Leopold Wing of Hell, the Hitler Wing of Hell, the small bedroom, but the Leopold Wing of Hell is the big, you know,
Like a
um,
kid's room.
the huge bedroom with the jacuzzi and everything else full of hellfire. So yeah, the Leopold Wing of Hell.
You ain't large.
Um, I'm still going like, listen, I'm going with preacher. I'm going with pastor. Crooked or not crooked, I'm going pastor. It's just guaranteed income. Every Sunday, you're gonna open the wallet. Every Sunday, I need that Bentley. Go between church and church. Need that Bentley. Um, ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. Apparently not. I got a ride with Michael Irvin. I thought that was kind of cold to blow your son's cover like that on national TV, but got a ride with Michael Irvin. That was, he had to put that out there. Stunt for the cameras, dog. Clarence's parents had a real nice marriage. Like, nah, you're not gonna do it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Um, Not at all. Not even a little bit. Not at all. But hip hop, the culture. What else we touch on? Let's touch on. Yeah, if you ain't Tariq Trotter or Royce, don't get on a track with Cole. It might be hazardous to your health. It might be hazardous. The only reason Drake survived is because he's the greatest entertainer on the planet. But other than that, yeah, this was just bar for bar. We be looking at Drake a little differently right now. We be looking at we be
People
looking at
think of him
Aubrey.
like that though. They think of him as an artist, not an MC. So there's a
Yeah.
difference.
Oh, we be telling the truth and saying he got murked, but it's Drake. So
Everyone did say he got murdered. I mean, that happened. It was trending. That's how I found out about it.
well, and Rhapsody's coming. Allegedly, Jay Elect might be coming. Looking forward to those. And last but not least, I still don't have any picks out the West yet. It's too early to call. I just really right now the only pick I'm making right this moment, sadly, is the way they're playing. LA is gonna mess around being a playing again. So that's unfortunate. I got Boston in the finals from the East on what barring a major injury. I got Boston in the finals in the East.
Well,
Um, yeah, I know. The shocker here is I would be too surprised if Memphis is in the play-in. Like I don't know how they're gonna hold up until Ja gets back. I mean, when Ja gets back, how long is it gonna take for them to really heat up? So not gonna be surprised if Memphis is in the play-in. Nobody saw that coming. But yeah, that's all I got. Your recap, sir.
um, where we coming?
Start with the mass shooting, my guy.
All right, last year. All right. Yeah, I would hope next time we don't talk about this, but statistically, we probably will. It's been more mass shootings than days this year, still, I think. So, yeah. Um, the cold stuff, yeah. You gotta let them go in the middle. You gotta go first. You gotta hit hard, couple jabs, right straight, and then at the end, nice little uppercut, right hook, finishing. What else?
You
Oh,
gonna
Michael
be the
Irvin.
preacher?
Michael Irvin. All right, right. Clarence was a good match. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't know. Damn, he did just air him out on national TV, but I mean, I guess you can say he kind of deserved it. But I don't know. Me personally, I would have did that in private because now you're publicly embarrassed, and I'm not usually a fan of parents publicly embarrassing their kids because you don't know what type of psychological trauma that can do to someone and what lengths they will do in retaliation. Just saying. Since we want to talk about mental health and shit, but old school me, I'm not surprised. I mean, it is what it is. What else?
You gonna be the preacher or the warlord?
Oh yeah, Warlord. And you getting jumped by all the souls you rob when you die. Just letting you know, you get jumped wherever you go. Well, I'm a hero.
That's a weird
I'm the god
definition of
of
hero.
war. I am Kratos. But oh yeah, and that was that it. Was the NBA next?
NBA.
Yeah, NBA. I hope Boston's not there, but it's looking like it will be. I'd rather see Milwaukee or anyone else. Mostly Milwaukee. Um, and of course I'd rather see the Lakers, but it's not looking like that's gonna happen. But we'll see. Maybe AD, eat a Mario mushroom and then just grow and then, just get stronger and then more confident. And you just, Um, um, so yeah.
Stupid, Joe.
Other than that, yeah. Gotta be safe out
Oh,
here.
hey, side note, it's gonna be a great year for the Devils. Zion looking like a problem. Tatum looking like a problem. Cam Reddish looking good in LA. RJ Barrett looking good in the world's greatest city. Grayson Allen of all people looking like a little bit of a baller. It's gonna be a great Bi in New Orleans is doing his thing. It's gonna be a great year for Devils fans, and I can't wait to see the new incoming class because the NBA started. You know, college basketball is coming behind it. Cameron Crazies get the bounce going. Can't wait, can't wait. But on behalf of myself, everybody amazing co-host, and yeah, I said it podcast. Peace.
Out.